I recently discovered that my Sedici Strada II helmet suffered a break on the inside EPS liner. There is the break in the EPS liner. You can see that crack right across there. Right there. This is all no more protection. And that was under my headliner and I didn't know about it. I really don't know when it happened, because when I had my lowside event, is the only time that this helmet touched the ground. It hit right here and damaged, put a little scuff mark here. You can probably see it there. There's a scuff mark here and it scuffed up the visor. But I mean, I barely touched the ground as I low-sided, and I don't know if that caused my head to shake inside the helmet and break the EPS liner. I don't know. But suffice it to say that this helmet has got to be retired now. And I've got a new helmet that arrived today, and I'm going to have to switch everything over to the new helmet. So what helmet did I get? Just stick around. After a lot of research online and looking at a lot of helmets and noticing that a lot of the helmets are out of stock right now in my size. I use an extra large. I got a kind of a big head, I guess. And a lot of the helmets that I liked, especially the ones with graphics, were out of stock, or if they were in stock, they were in a price range that I didn't want to pay. And so I ended up again looking at the helmet that worked well for me for the last little while, and I wanted a fairly inexpensive helmet. So again, I went back with the Sedici Strada II, but this time not the Dino, because I was a little tired of those graphics, and they didn't have any new graphics that really suited me and that I liked. So instead I went for this one. This is the Sedici Strada II Primo carbon helmet. So let's do a little unboxing now and see what it's all about. The box is, I know I'm not in the right angle, but trust me, this foam piece comes on top of it, and inside is just a helmet and a helmet bag. So I'm gonna just take the helmet out of the bag and show you what it looks like. Nice enough bag. This is what it looks like, and it's an extra large. Like I said, not any graphics on it, just plain carbon fiber, 6K carbon fiber. The other Sedici Strada II helmet, the Dino that is right behind it, this should be the same exact size as this, and they look pretty much similar contours and everything. This weighs 3 pounds 9.5 ounces. Okay, so let's see how much the new one weighs. What is going on? Why is this heavier? Well, it so happens that the Sedici Strada II Primo, which is on the left, and the Dino, which is on the right, are different. Right away, I flipped it over and I could see that the back of the Primo has got this wide piece here, and this is where the inner liner is. And look at this. There's no wide piece here with this inner liner right here. So there's a difference right there. Now this has got a bigger hole, a longer hole than this one. What does that mean? Well, this will seal a little bit better around your neck, and that'll make for a quieter helmet, I would think. but right away I can tell that these two helmets are not the same. They might be Sedici Strada II, they might be both XLs, but this helmet, the bottom here, certainly looks bigger than the bottom of this one. So that'll account for the difference in weight. I'll just do a quick measurement and see what it measures from front to back and compare the two. And I believe this one is longer. A comparison of the helmets side by side shows clearly that the Primo is larger than the Dino. Dino being on the right, Primo on the left. You can see it's taller, and it is probably, I would say, wider. The front chin bar is higher up off of the table, so it's bigger in every respect. Another difference between the Primo and the Dino is the ventilation. This is the ventilation that I'm seeing in the Primo now. Those two tiny little holes. The other helmet had a much bigger hole there that led directly to the vent at the top of the helmet. It's got these two large holes at the back there, and the Dino had two large holes at the back as well, but it also had bigger holes in front. So I expect this is going to be a hotter but quieter helmet. These are the large ventilation holes in the front of the head, and as you can see, there are channels. As you can see, there are channels leading from that ventilation hole to the rear ventilation hole area and down. So they're the two large holes which also exist in the Primo, but the Primo has two tiny little holes in the front. The Primo also does have a one-piece EPS liner. This seems to be two pieces because what you see at the front here, what you see here is actually a seam. That's a seam. So this is an inserted part. This part here is inserted into the crown of the liner. So even though they are both Sedici Strada IIs, the model number makes a big difference. Now this helmet is only, even though it's bigger, it's only 1 ounce heavier than this one. So that is the carbon fiber is what makes takes up that the difference. So if it wasn't carbon fiber, it would probably be much heavier since it's a larger helmet. Even though the helmets are different, the visor is the same. So what I did was I swapped the visor with the pin lock shield in it out from the old Dino, and I put it onto the new helmet, keeping the brand new visor as a spare. So this one's in pretty good condition, so no need to take off the pin lock off of this one and keep this one as a spare. So I just reused the whole thing. As you can see, I finished the screw, and that's curing right now, the screw mount of the for the GoPro, and speakers and everything are inside. So this is essentially done and ready to ride. This is the first ride with the new helmet. Sedici Strada II Primo Carbon. So far, so good. I must say that the very first thing that I felt when I put it on and I hit the road was breeze in my hair, which was kind of surprising because due to the small holes in the EPS liner, I thought that ventilation would be less evident than with the Dino, the Sedici Strada II Dino. But it seems to be about the same. The fit is comfortable. My cheeks are pinched in a little bit because the cushions are still fresh. But other than that, it's great. It fits the same just like the other one. So far, the weight is great. It's nice and light. It's about as light as the Dino, and I'm feeling no fatigue or anything. I've been on the road almost 2 hours, and so it's pretty good.